Hey everyone, today we're jumping into an ancient herb that has become a huge deal for managing modern day stress, ashwagandha. We're going to break down its incredible history, the real science behind what it does, and exactly what you need to know if you're thinking about trying it. All right, so here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with its 3,000-year history, then get into the actual science of its calming effects. After that, we'll explore some other cool benefits for sleep and even athletic performance. Then we'll cover the practical stuff, like how to use it, and wrap up with the really important safety considerations. First up, let's dig into how this ancient root is being seen as a potential answer to our very, very modern problems. Sound familiar? You know, that constant pressure, always feeling like you're being stretched way too thin? It's exactly that feeling, that state of constant mental strain, that has so many people looking for answers. And for a lot of them, that search is leading way, way back in time. So what even is ashwagandha? Well, its fancy botanical name is Withania somnifera, but you might also hear it called Indian ginseng or winter cherry. The name itself is really interesting. It comes from Sanskrit. Ashwa means horse, and gandha means smell. This refers to the root's unique scent, and also the traditional belief that taking it could give you the strength and stamina of a horse. And believe me, this is not some new wellness fad. Its use goes back 3,000 years in Ayurvedic medicine, where it was known as a rasyana, basically a rejuvenator. Now, fast forward to our time, and science really started paying attention. You see animal studies in the late 90s, then human trials on things like muscle performance by 2015. By 2021, we have major scientific reviews confirming its benefits for stress, anxiety, and sleep. It's had a pretty amazing journey from ancient text to the modern lab. Okay, to really get how it works, you need to know this one word, adaptogen. Ashwagandha is classified as an adaptogen, so what in the world does that mean? Well, think of it like this. An adaptogen helps your body adapt. It's a substance that helps your system handle stress better, whether that stress is physical, chemical, or biological, and helps you sidestep the damage it could cause. It's all about building resilience. So, from traditional use, let's pivot to the hard data. We're diving into the science of calm, and what the high-quality clinical research actually has to say about all this. Now, what's so important to understand here is the quality of the evidence we're looking at. A lot of the modern research isn't just based on what people say. It's done to the gold standard. That means the trials are randomized, double-blind, and placebo-controlled. Basically, neither the people in the study nor the scientists know who's getting the real deal and who's getting a sugar pill. This keeps the results as unbiased and reliable as possible. So, what do these top-tier studies actually find? Well, here's a really powerful conclusion from a major trial back in 2012. It says that ashwagandha safely and effectively improves an individual's resistance towards stress. Notice that wording. It's not just about treating symptoms, it's about building up your resistance. And you can literally see the biological effect right here. This chart is incredible. It shows the change in cortisol, that's your body's #1 stress hormone, after 60 days. The placebo group, they saw about an 8% drop. But the ashwagandha group, a whopping 27% reduction. I mean, that is a huge, statistically significant difference you can see with your own eyes. So how is it pulling this off? Well, the mechanism seems to be tied to something called the HPA axis. You can just think of that as your body's central command center for stress. Ashwagandha appears to help regulate this entire system, kind of turning down the volume on the stress signals so they don't go into overdrive. But here's the thing. The benefits don't seem to stop with just stress. Let's move into our third section, better sleep and better performance. The impact on sleep is just wild. In one study on people who felt they weren't getting restful sleep, the difference was just night and day. Only 29% of the placebo group felt their sleep got better, but in the ashwagandha group, a massive 72% reported better sleep quality. It's not just helping you feel calm during the day, it's helping you recharge at night. And when it comes to sleep, the research points to a very specific number. The studies found that a daily dose of 600 milligrams, taken for at least 8 weeks, was the sweet spot for effectiveness, especially for people who had been diagnosed with insomnia. And for any athletes listening, there's a really compelling story here for you too. Studies suggest it can boost your VO2 max, which is basically how efficiently your body uses oxygen during exercise. It's also been shown to help increase muscle strength and size, speed up your recovery time, and even reduce the muscle damage you get from a really tough workout. Okay, so this all brings us to the practical side of things. How do you actually use this stuff? This chart is basically your cheat sheet, and it's all based on doses from successful clinical trials. For stress and anxiety, you're looking at a range of 240 to 600 milligrams a day. For better sleep, that number is pretty consistently right around 600 milligrams. And for athletic performance, the range gets much wider, anywhere from 120 up to 1,250 milligrams. And notice the timelines, too. These effects take time to build up.
You're going to find it in a few different forms. Capsules with root extract are what you'll see in most of the scientific studies, by far, but it's also out there as liquid extracts, tablets, or powders you can mix into a tea or a smoothie.
And finally, let's talk about the most important question. Is this actually right for you? We have to cover the safety side of this.
It all sounds pretty amazing, right? But you always have to ask this crucial question about any supplements you're considering. So, what's the catch? Because no substance is perfect for everybody.
Okay, this is really, really important. Ashwagandha is not for everyone. Health experts are very clear that some people should avoid it completely. This includes anyone who is pregnant or breastfeeding. Also, because it might mess with hormone levels, it's not recommended for people with hormone-sensitive prostate cancer. It could also potentially interact with some autoimmune conditions or interfere with certain medications like thyroid hormones or sedatives like benzodiazepines. The bottom line, always, always talk to your doctor first.
And here's the final takeaway on safety. For most people, the research shows that it's generally safe and well tolerated for short-term use, and we're talking up to about 3 months. What we don't know much about yet is the safety of taking it for longer than that. And all of that leaves us with this one big thought. We've seen its journey from a 3,000-year-old tradition to the focus of serious clinical trials. We've seen the data showing it can lower our stress hormone, help us sleep, and even boost physical performance. So the big question is, as we're all looking for ways to cope with this crazy, demanding world, could an ancient root actually hold a key to building our modern resilience? Thanks for tuning in.